My name is Roy Wood Jr. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 Power to Inspire event brought to you by the National Center for Civil and Human Rights. Please give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. You look good. Oh, you look good. Y'all look Sunday fresh on a Wednesday night. Thank you very much. Let me explain off the top. Delta lost my bag. That's why I ain't got on dress shoes, because I already know. Yeah, I already know somebody sitting in the crowd right now. Why that boy got them sneakers on? But that's, now he knew them sneakers. I had 2 bags on the plane. How Delta lose one but get the other one? Anyway, thank you for coming out tonight. Y'all look good. Good mix of people in here. White people, thank y'all for coming. Allies. If you're in here and you're white, take a picture with a black person tonight. Show it to your other black friends. Let them know. Okay, don't do that for real. Please don't do that for real. If you're in here and you're black tonight, take a picture with a white person, show it to the police. Let them know you have friends. Amen, amen. All right. I don't have to tell you what we're here to honor tonight because you bought the ticket. But I want you all to give a round of applause for the people we are going to be honoring later in this room who were a part of a movement that changed the face of education. We are here tonight to honor the 70th anniversary of Brown v. the Board of Education. We got to clap for that stuff, man, because you don't know what law they're going to take next. Because you see what's happening in the streets. Anything black folks want to get done, they come up with a new law. They're like, hey, you can't do that no more. They might mess around and take spicy chicken away from Popeyes. We don't know. You got to enjoy stuff in private nowadays. They taking away all the DE&I. They taking away all the initiatives. That's why we have to be here and celebrate our history in person, because Lord knows they trying to take it out the history books. It might not be there next year. Might not be there. I think what happened with diversity, if we're going to be honest about it though, black folks, let's be honest. We had so many milestone moments over the last 5-6 years that it was just too much. It was too much. White folks is fragile. They go, what are y'all doing? It's too much. It's too much happiness. Shut it down. I wish we could have spread it out, but we don't need to spread it out because we wanted the stuff to happen immediately. But so much happened so fast, white folks was like, whoa, shut it down. Like you can't have, like in the last 5-6 years, just think about this, y'all. You can't have the first black woman vice president, the first black woman Supreme Court justice, the first black woman to debut #1 with a country album, and the first black mermaid. It was too much. That fish is where we lost white folks. That's when they started taking away the CRT. When we put that black fish in the water, it was like, oh no, we gotta shut it down. There's a black mermaid, we cannot have that. I like how some of y'all laugh and some of y'all nod with approval. You're like, that joke was acceptable, black man. Didn't know where you were going with it, but it is acceptable. Community is important. I hope you're being friends and talking to the people at your tables up top. I hope you're talking and mingling with the people that are next to you. Because, you know, we live in a society now where I feel like we are alone. We've never been more connected, but we've never been more alone. Call your old heads, call your grandparents, check on them. Say something to them every now and then. You ain't got to send them, I know they ain't got no phone, they ain't texting, send them a telegram, send them a Western Union. We don't talk anymore. We don't interact anymore in this country, and that's a shame, and I blame technology for that. We got to talk to folks now. I go in the store now, where all the employees go? Remember employees? Remember you go in a store and somebody will come up to you and go, hey, how you doing? My name's Margaret. It's my pleasure. This is my section. They gone now. I was in Best Buy. Wasn't nobody. They was hiding in the refrigerators. I was like, come on out. They love telling you they can't help you in Best Buy. You ever mess around? You ever go in Best Buy and make the mistake of talking to the cell phone dude? Hey man, can you help me with the computers? I do cell phones. Don't nothing make an employee happier than telling you this ain't his section. Same thing in Walgreens. You go in Walgreens now, you go in the pharmacy. First off, the pharmacy, why they lock up everything? Why is the pharmacy got everything locked up? It's like going to the gas station at 2 in the morning. You got to point to your snacks. I go in Walgreens now, they done locked up all the stuff that I need, and then they get mad at us because we need the key. How you mad at me for needing the key and you the one locked up everything? Hey, excuse me, could you go unlock the thing? Don't be at me, get your key, we going on an adventure, come on. You be happy when you find an employee in the store. You hold their hand, y'all go together. I be in Walgreens, I find somebody with the key, that is my girlfriend. How you doing, baby? Good to meet you. You got to hold your employee's hand. If you don't, somebody will steal your employee. You ever be with an employee, somebody else come up trying to steal your employee? Hey, excuse me, when you done with him, she ain't done with me. You go, wait, we on an adventure right now. We don't talk anymore. And I think we've really lost, we've really lost track of how much just casual conversation helped to create community. You go in the grocery store now, ain't no cashier no more to talk to you no more. Only time you talk to somebody in the grocery store now is if you do self-checkout wrong. That's the only time you find an employee in the grocery store. You scan something wrong, then the machine snitch on you to everybody. Why the self-checkout machine so loud? Well, hush, I'm right beside you, whisper. You scan something wrong, remove the last item. You don't know nothing about scanning. And then the self-checkout overlord come wobbling over there. You know what I'm talking about. Every self-checkout section got the overlord. He's just looking at y'all. And then the light go off. He go, get your ass out the way. You don't know what you're doing. I got to put in the code. All right, try it now. All right, good job. I'll leave you with this, and then we're going to get into a wonderful, wonderful program this evening. Please, 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 y'all, if nothing else, if you don't do nothing else in life, stop arguing with fast food workers. Thank you. Okay. There's some veterans of the deep fryer in here. Any more deep fry veterans? Where the deep fry veterans? I did 2 tours at Golden Corral, Tallahassee, Florida, while I was down there at FAMU. I was right there across from Lake Ella, yeah. The rattlers, they know about that Golden Corral. I don't understand why you arguing with people over a Baconator. Just eat whatever. Like, if you ain't allergic to it, why are you mad about? Sometimes it's just your turn to get the bad burger. And that's just what it is. I went to Taco Bell one night. I got 2 pizzas from Domino's. I didn't say nothing to nobody. That's what God wanted me to have. Do you have any fire sauce for my pizza? I ain't gonna eat no pizza from Taco Bell without the fire sauce. Because you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful with fast food employees, man. Because fast food employees now, I don't know if y'all seen the fight videos of the fast food workers, but they punching first now. It wasn't always like that back in the day. Like back in the day, you see a Burger King fight video or a Waffle House fight video, it would be, the customer would be the one come over the counter. The employees take off their apron and go, come on, let's go outside. Which I respect. I think you should be able to fight people if you work fast food. You should. This is a stressful job, and people don't appreciate it, and they bring in all their stress of whatever they went through all day and pouring it off on you. All I'm trying to do is give you some nuggets and make you happy. Why are you cussing at me? Yeah, I'm going to punch you in the face. You should be able. I know where we are tonight. I should be talking about nonviolence, but just for a second, just give me a second. Sometimes people need to be punched in the face. Sometimes you got to punch people in the face. I support any fast food worker. You should be able to punch somebody, and then they always go, well, if you punch them, you gonna lose your job. It's fast food. You think I can't get another fast food job? You think I can't get another fast food job? You think if I get fired from Wendy's, you think McDonald's gonna ask me the reason for leaving Wendy's? McDonald's don't care why I left Wendy's. McDonald's just happy that I showed up and I got 10 fingers. They're like, you hired, come on in. If you beat up somebody at one job, then you should just be able to go to the next job and not tell them what happened at the last job. You should be able to do that. You do this job wrong, then you should just be able to leave that job and go to a new job doing the same job that's like the old job, but the new job doesn't care that you did the last job wrong. You should be able to do that if you work fast food. They work for the police. They should be able to do the same. Okay, some of y'all are with me on that one. Okay, I'm just saying, if we ain't gonna get no police reform, then we should be able to make moves like the police. If you work at Verizon, you punch somebody in the face, that should not stop you from going to T-Mobile and continuing your career in cell phone technology in the middle of a Best Buy. Folks, I'm Roy Wood Jr. It's my pleasure to be with you tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful show planned for you tonight. We got some wonderful food. Please give it up for the chefs and the hands that have prepared the food tonight. It's my pleasure to bring someone to the stage who's going to help present to us what we're about to witness here before we honor our honorees for the evening and then get into a little bit of partying for the people that got the tickets. We're going to get y'all to the after party. I know it's probably people just now getting in from the traffic. They probably left last Thursday. Atlanta traffic, this the only traffic I done been in where you gotta pack a snack. Like you got to, I be in traffic in Atlanta, I be calling Grubhub. But like, man, bring me a Baconator. I'm on the 285 down Lawrenceville. Bring me a Baconator. This woman I'm bringing to the stage is a native of Birmingham, Alabama. But her roots run very deep, not only in Atlanta, but in the civil rights movement. This woman is a child of activists. So when I say that she grew up in this world, and when I say she walk it like she talk it, she definitely has done that for years and years and years. This woman has written and produced over 60 different stage productions. I'm talking written 10, helped to produce another 50, most of them about things, issues that matter. You know, we talk about this a lot at The Daily Show about how do you get people to understand what's happening in the world in a way that doesn't feel too preachy. And when I tell you she's cracked the code, she's done exactly that. Last year, she had a play right here at the center for the 2023 Power to Inspire event, and that play was centered on the March to Washington titled Let Us March. This summer, she will have a play here at the center that is about the voting rights movement and the fight to get voting rights. But tonight, we are going to see something from this wonderful, wonderful person and the wonderful children that she has assembled for us that is focused on why we're here tonight, which is Brown v. Board of Education and the 70th anniversary of it. She is an amazing person, one of the most sought-after arts educators here in America. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the wonderful playwright and director, Nikki Toombs.
Thank you so much. Good evening. It is such an honor to partner with the National Center for Civil and Human Rights for their annual Power to Inspire event. With a shared interest in advocacy and activism, we gather with gratitude in our hearts to commemorate a pivotal moment in history, the 70th anniversary of Brown versus Board of Education. That's right. Now, I know firsthand the power of using the arts as a universal lens to tell complex stories. And tonight, our story is just that, complex. It's layered with stories of trials and triumphs, of power and perils. But tonight, we honor the stories of these honorees sharing experience, from their derived actual interviews and memoirs and recordings. For some, these stories are not their actual stories, but they are a compilation of multiple stories of hurt and harm when it comes to segregation. While some moments have been altered for dramatic purposes, we have made sure that this ensemble has handled each story with care. Please note that portions of this play may be triggering for some, and we want to make sure that we understand that though some of these things may have language that is representative of the argot of this time, that the National Center for Civil Human Rights at Tombstone Productions or anyone affiliated with this production have no harm intended in this moment. Typically, I say sit back and relax, but tonight, I say sit up and rejoice because we have a show in store for you. So put your hands together as this ensemble presents for you Courageous Steps.
Supreme Court has ruled universities cannot consider race and ethnicity in university admissions. Now, this judgment ends a decades-old practice of affirmative action that means equal educational opportunities for African Americans and other minorities. Let's demonstrate what is allowed.
After the Supreme Court handed down today's verdict on race-conscious admissions, students are finding themselves yet again in the crosshairs of another political and cultural war. From the banning of African American studies courses to the attacks on DEI initiatives, this new ruling raises more concerns over the debate on education equality. Joining us live at National Center University is WBVB's field reporter Bernadette Johnson. Bernadette, what are people saying?
Yes, Tracy, the verdict is in. The United States Supreme Court announced in a 6-3 ruling that race-conscious affirmative action admissions violate the Equal Protection Clause. Now, while we expected this decision to be handed in today, we didn't expect such a visceral reaction on both sides. Many students feel that this will place new constraints on colleges and universities, especially those who are in students with fair admissions, who believe that equal is equal. Here's what they have to say.
My race is part of who I am. How do you extract that from telling my story?
I overall support the concept of affirmative action, but it's hard to support something that's not supporting me. Don't create an academic barrier for some that becomes an academic advantage for others.
Many of these students on campus share these same sentiments, and it is moments like this that prompt us into asking the age-old question. How do we ensure that education is equal for all? We're going to continue to gather more information from campuses and students across these campuses, but we're going to continue to report live. My name is Bernadette Johnson, reporting live from WBVB. Back to you, Tracy.
But y'all aren't understanding what I'm saying. If you were to understand what you want to understand, if you don't agree,
now wait, but if we are talking about equity, diversity must be a consideration.
But if we can't create diversity equally, it's not right.
Wait a minute, so you're against diversity?
No, I never said that. The point is, we don't need those types of laws anymore to get it. I want to be measured by the same yardstick as everyone else.
Right.
Thank you. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
But it doesn't.
Okay, hold on. So you don't feel like you got into the school because of affirmative action?
No, I don't. I worked hard to get into the school, and I'm here because of that, not some quota or law.
Okay, let's just look into that a little deeper.
Please, let's.
You say you're not here because of some quota or law, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Her hard work got her to the door. But isn't it possible that some of those laws were put in place so that you were not only able to get to the door, but through it? All right, this is a good time to segue into our conversation about the Courageous Steps Project. Write this down.
I thought summer session was supposed to be easier, Dr. Crawford.
Yeah, and I thought college students never complained. I guess we both in for a rude awakening.
Courageous steps that bridge the divide. Dr. Crawford, who are they?
All right, so now top left, there's Rosa Parks.
That is not Rosa Parks.
Now, this is Minnie Jean Brown of the Little Rock Nine. This is James Meredith. And this is the whole Brown family. Look, you see these three? That's Dwayne Fleming, Adrian Bennett, and Victoria Law. And right here.
Oh, wait, I've seen that picture before. That's Ruby Bridges.
All right, you got it. You got it. Yes. And this is Leona Tate, Tessie Prevost, and Gail Etienne. They, along with Ruby Bridges, are known as the New Orleans Four.
Oh, wait. I thought it was just What did they do?
Only change the world one courageous step at a time.
I don't get it.
Well, look, maybe this assignment will help.
All right.
Now, I know that this verdict created many, many emotions inside of all of us. And I want us to use this moment to look deeply into whether or not the United States has finally achieved equality in education.
Yes, we have, though. But we have. You're here, aren't you? You're here.
Listen. All of your points are great.
Hers isn't.
All of your points are great. But I want us to go in deeper using these.
Where did you get that?
It's only one.
Okay. Protests.
What are we going to do with that?
So what are we going to do?
Well, you're going to learn from them. You're going to use each, you will get a sign, and you're going to use each as your guide to determine whether or if Brown versus Board of Education moved the needle toward equality.
Okay.
But do y'all know what Brown versus Board of Education is? I'll teach you. It was a Supreme Court ruling that they said that judging kids in the public education system on the basis of their race was unconstitutional.
Okay.
All right.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, but why did we use the Brown case?
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to tell me that.
Okay, so you want us to use these signs to prove or disprove that we're closer to educational equality?
If we haven't already. Don't forget that part.
Oh, she did it though, because we're not there. Exactly.
That's right.
So what are we writing down, dog?
And where's the...
Look, I need you to pay attention, get out your tablets and stuff and write this down. Through the discovery in this project, you should know what laws were violated, who led the charge for change, and, well, I can't slow down. Y'all don't need affirmative action, so. What will it take to achieve educational equality?
And when is this? I'm still in the first one.
Yes.
Wait, Dr. Crawford, that sign can be used for both sides of the argument. If you think about it that way.
Well, that's true. But I once read a quote that said, if you can't intelligently argue both sides of an issue, then you don't understand the issue well enough to argue either.
That's a good quote.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. Okay. I need you to put those chairs over there for me. And now, don't forget, you can come by my office during office hours. Y'all review that rubric I emailed you.
Got you, Doc.
All right. Now, all of y'all have yourself a great day.
Dr. Crawford. Thanks, Doc.
Y'all, I don't know what Catherine was on, but she was going on.
Okay. Woo.
Dr. Crawford,
Yes, baby.
do you mind if I talk to you about the assignment and some other things?
Well, no. I got 45 minutes till my next class. How can I help you?
Well, first I wanted to talk to you about what happened in class today.
Okay. Did I miss something?
Only my perspective. Throughout the entire discussion, you wouldn't understand my side.
Oh, I don't think that's a fair evaluation, but I respect your position. What could I have done differently to make you feel like I saw your side?
I don't know. Maybe you could have said something like,
Catherine, what is really troubling you?
I told you.
Yeah, I know you told me, but I want the truth. You have never been at a loss for words, ever.
Am I wrong for how I feel?
No. How you feel is how you feel. Now, how you communicate that is a different conversation. But you got a right to your own opinion.
I mean, it didn't feel that way. Everybody was attacking me.
Everybody wasn't attacking you. They were just stating how passionately they felt about the ruling.
Do you believe that's how I got in?
Oh, I don't have an opinion on that either way.
But what do you think?
I think that's a moot point.
Not to me. I worked too hard to get into this university for people to think the only reason that I'm here is because of affirmative action.
Whatever it takes.
It takes hard work. And I did that. To do all the right things and still get accused of not getting in on my own merit just seems unfair.
Oh, it is. Welcome to education, which can sometimes be unfair, unkind, and until Brown came around, unconstitutional. These laws, these diversity initiatives, including affirmative action, were needed to fix a flawed system. And even with affirmative action, it's still flawed.
Exactly, which was my point in class. So why are we still using it? Professor, all I'm saying is that if this is simply about academics, my race shouldn't qualify or disqualify me. Having these, as you said, diversity initiatives just feels like a crutch. We have choices now.
Yes, we have choices now. But what I'm trying to tell you is back then we didn't. These laws were put in place for those of us who weren't even given the chance to decide where we go to school. And as you say, your race should not qualify or disqualify you from getting a quality education, but it did.
This is my favorite dress. I know. You wear it every day if I let you. Look at this hair. Pass me the comb and brush. Ouch! Hold still. Mama, why can't I go to Buchanan? Not until can't worry about the whys right now. But one day, soon, we're gonna go right on down the street to Thomason. I don't care what they say. There won't be nothing they can do to turn us around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. Turn me round. Turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. We gonna keep on walking, marching up to freedom land. Now you take this with you for your lunch. Yes, ma'am. Here we go. Okay, yes, ma'am. You will have to bundle up your shirt. Okay, it's freezing out there. You have a long ways to go before you get to that school.
There could be a school literally across the street from you, and you'd have to walk miles.
How was that even legal?
Well, it isn't. That's why Brown is so important. It revealed that separate but equal violated the laws of equal treatment.
You'd think the law would at least protect children.
Well, for some it did, but it was unequal protection under the law. Plessy made sure of that.
Plessy?
Plessy versus Ferguson, a Supreme Court case that for over half a century legalized segregation.
All right. Sit up. Watch me, and then do. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. Nobody turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching out to freedom land. Now you do it. Okay, well, do it like this. Ain't gonna let nobody
turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom.
You are going to that school. Yes, you are. Ain't gonna let segregation turn me round. Oh no. Turn me round. Oh no. Turn me round. Ain't gonna let segregation turn me round. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on marching up to freedom.
Well, what would happen if they tried to go to the white school anyway?
You could be arrested, assaulted, spit on. Most learn quickly not to try. But there were those parents who were willing to stand up and show their strength.
Let's go in.
Girl, where do you think y'all going?
Speak up. Sir, I am Edna Mae Walker, and this is my daughter, Gail. I would like to enroll her here.
I don't care what your name is now. I told you over and over, Negroes are not allowed at Thomaston. Now you need to turn around, head to the color school before I call the police again.
Well, you're just gonna have to call them again.
Look, I'm warning you.
My child deserves to be in here just like those other children.
Your child deserves to be at the colored school where she belongs. Now, go on. Get out of here and don't come around here anymore.
Why? Our house ain't but a few feet away from here.
Good. Then it won't take you long to walk back.
I'm gonna keep coming and coming until my child is able to sit right there.
And I am going to turn you around every time you do. Now, you better listen to your gal. Go on, get out of here before I have you arrested for trespassing. Leave.
Ain't gonna let Jim Crow know.
Turn me round.
Oh no.
Turn me round.
Oh no.
Turn me round.
Ain't gonna let Jim Crow know. I'm gonna
keep on walking.
We're gonna
keep on talking.
We're gonna keep on talking. Keep on walking. Marching on.
You see, the Plessy versus Ferguson case said that as long as the facilities for blacks and whites were equal, it was acceptable.
So they at least made sure it was equal, right?
Oh yeah, if you call broken desks, tarps for walls, outdated books equal, separate but equal was a law in theory. It was a lie in practice.
I mean, if I were a parent, I don't think I would have sent my child to a place like that.
Oh yeah, well that goes back to that thing you said earlier about choice. Many didn't have one, but they did the best they could. I mean, they solicited the school board, solicited the NAACP. In fact, in one of those Brown cases...
Wait. I thought Brown was just one case.
Oh, no. Brown was a class action suit that consisted of 5 cases from different states.
Well, what about the parents?
Well, the parents led the charge in the Delaware case, and it wasn't just the parents standing up. It was some courageous students that decided to take justice into their own hands.
Thanks so much for coming, Mr. Banks. And Mr.
Robinson, attorney Spotswood Robinson. He'll serve as the lead counsel for this case.
We're so glad you changed your mind about helping us.
Yes, Oliver Hill gave me your letter. It was very impressive. Did you write it?
Carrie and I wrote it.
Well, you must be Carrie.
No, sir, I'm Joan.
This is my little sister Joan. Our friend Carrie Stokes is outside with the others.
And young man, you are?
John Stokes, Carrie's my sister. I work with Barbara to help plan the walkout.
Oh, you all make a powerful team.
Thank you so much.
Is it true that you tricked your principal into heading off campus by disguising your voice?
Yes, sir. We had to find a way to connect all of the students at one time.
Clever. How did you all pull this off?
Well, at first
Mama
we had
was
to...
on stage and she told everyone our parents had already tried and feel I got this. And the only way for us to get a new school was to walk out. So we followed her out. She said it would make everyone pay attention.
Joan, no, stop.
And it did.
That's enough.
Sorry, I'm just really proud of my sister.
As you should be. It did catch our attention. That's why we're here.
Yes, I'm glad I finally made it out here to see what you all have been experiencing. Who can learn in these conditions?
That's what we've been saying all along. How is this right? We don't have a cafeteria, a gymnasium, teacher restrooms, or an infirmary. These books are hand-me-downs. When it rains, we sit under leaky ceilings, and in the wintertime, we don't have access to heaters. There are schools where the superintendent won't set enough wood to keep them warm.
How do you know about the other schools?
We've been to the other schools, and we've seen how they've operated.
Yes.
Not all counties treat colored people the same way. This isn't right.
It most certainly is not right. I think we got a future lawyer on our hands here.
Yes, I think we do. Now, we just need your parents to sign these petitions, and then we can begin the process. How many are out there?
450. Spotswood Robinson led the case and represented over 100 students.
Well, did they win?
No. The court ruled that there was no hurt or harm for either race. Told them to just fix the school and leave them there. It was a hard time for all of us.
So who led the case?
Well, eventually the Supreme Court combined all 5 cases and Thurgood Marshall led the way.
Now that's a name I know. First Black Supreme Court Justice, right?
Oh, I see you know a name. Thurgood Marshall was something to behold. They used to call him Mr. Civil Rights. He said he wanted to use his law for social change, and he did, and he fought hard for affirmative action.
I guess he would have been pretty upset with the new ruling.
Well, just a little bit. But with the Brown case, Thurgood and all the lawyers with him had one goal in mind: equality. Their plan was to
Use the Bowling versus Sharp case out of D.C. and the Belton versus Gebhardt and the Beulah versus Gebhardt out of Delaware and the Briggs out of South Carolina. Of these, Delaware is the only case with some success on the state level.
Well, hopefully we can change that at the federal level. Here is the Davis versus County School file.
Spotswood, I'm glad that you, Charles, and I finally got a chance to gather with the others and strategize. Now, since Charles led the first Brown case, we've been discussing how to structure this differently. The plan is to make Reverend Brown lead plaintiff.
I asked him here a little early so we could discuss. I'll actually check to see if he's arrived.
Okay.
I like this idea.
Yeah,
it's a very good book.
Yeah, so I got about 450 petitions.
Reverend Brown. Mrs. Brown, look at that, Linda. How are you doing today?
And you, brother?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Listen, this is going to be a quick meeting with Thurgood Marshall. The others, they'll arrive later, but he's going to be leading this case, so I want to know, are you really up for this?
I've had my share of boxing in the ring, but I'm ready for a different kind of fight.
That's what I like to hear. Thurgood.
Yes, sir.
Reverend Brown and his family.
Yes, sir.
And this gentleman here is Spotswood Robinson.
They had an uphill battle. They had
Thank y'all for joining
a
us
lot
today.
of convincing to do.
Thank you,
Why?
sister, for being here.
Because desegregation was no easy feat. And there are places that are segregated here today. There was strong opposition to Brown.
They keep turning me away from that school.
That's what
We need you all to trust us. We have a strong case.
That's what we thought last time.
Yeah.
Personally, Sumner is not a better school.
Not at all.
This is about principle. Why should we have to tell our children that because their skin is black, they can't go to the school in their neighborhood? I walked 4 blocks just to be told no.
Oh my God.
But I will continue to fight.
We gotta fight.
Even have to walk 10 blocks.
10? Let him use
20
Terrell.
blocks. I have to walk 100.
I don't know about no 100 blocks. But I see where you're trying to go. So, all right, yeah. Not no 100 blocks now.
We have students walking 20 miles. Now, if they don't want us at their schools, fine. But can't they at least provide us with transportation to get to our own?
That's the least they can do.
White buses pass by my house twice a day. I'm ready to sign.
I don't know if I want to sign my name on this petition.
What?
Things are getting too dangerous. The closer I think we are, the further back we fall. Y'all can't see that?
No, we are making progress. We have to keep fighting.
People are getting harmed. And I lost my job. How am I supposed to provide for my family? Exactly. Look, it's too much going on, and I'm starting to become afraid. I give up.
No, we will never get anywhere if we give up. I don't care what they say or what they try to do. I'm gonna keep walking up to the door of that school until my child can have a seat.
Y'all, we got to stick together.
We have
You
to.
are not alone in this.
Girl, I know I'm not, because all I need is for the Lord to stand by me. With us, y'all.
Come on,
We
sister.
can't give up.
Let him use you.
With us. There are times we stand alone, although we done no wrong. Oh Lord, stand by me. Stand by me. There are times we stand the test, even though we've done our best. Oh Lord, stand by me. Oh yeah. If you don't know the Lord, He will work it out every time. Oh Lord, stand by me. Oh yeah. He will fix it every time, changing the hearts and the minds. Oh Lord, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh yeah, as I walk this lonesome road. Oh Lord, stand by me. Help me bear. If I stumble, if I fall, you will. Oh yeah, help me dream, Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, back to the Lord. Take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I get weak, I get worn, I get tired. I will look to the hill where my help comes from, where my strength comes from. Oh Lord, stand by me. Now where do I sign?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Mr. Marshall, I know my family has probably not suffered as much as some of those families on your list. But what I do know is, I don't want to look in my daughter's eyes again and tell her that because of the color of her skin, she can't go to the same school as her friends.
Well, we'll do all we can. Each and every one of these cases matters, including yours.
Yes.
There's strength in numbers. We'll do all we can. Reverend Brown?
I'll walk you out.
They're counting on us.
No, we're counting on the courts to tell young people that they have a right to learn. I've said it time and time again that our people have been dealing with this for 70 or 80 years. Our Constitution should apply to every section of the country equally and in the same effect in a more or less uniform fashion. There's no greater time than now to fix this.
They were ready. You see, they used the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment and the Dahl test.
The Dahl test?
Yes, it was a study done by the Clarks. They were psychologists. It was
an attempt on the part of my wife and me to study the development of the sense of self-esteem in children. All right, so what we're gonna do is place 2 dolls in front of her and ask simple questions. She will then indicate her choices.
Influence their judgments about themselves, their self-esteem. She will be fine. Black child, do you know who you are? Your spirit shines like the brightest star. May your dreams take you far. Just hold on. Black child, though the night may seem dark, let hope ignite your inner spark. Keep your eye toward the sky, yeah. Hold on.
It's okay, baby. I'm ready. Promise.
Hold on.
Black doll.
Hold on. Keep your head up towards the sky and hold on.
All right, I'm Dr. Clark, and this is my wife. We're gonna ask you some questions, okay? And then you point to either of the dolls that you choose, okay? Okay. Which doll is the black doll? Which doll is the white doll? Which doll is the ugly doll? Which doll is the pretty doll? Which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the bad doll? Which doll looks most like you? All right, can you do me a favor and pick up the doll that you'd like to be?
Keep your eyes towards the sky and hold on. Keep your eyes towards the sky and hold on. Keep your eyes towards the sky. Hold on.
That's really sad.
It was, but it worked. When that case finally went to trial, people were holding their breath waiting for the verdict. Some even slept outside overnight trying to get a seat in the courtroom. that fateful day in May when the crowd heard the unanimous decision. It said, "We conclude that the doctrine of separate but equal has no place. Separate but equal educational facilities are inherently unequal." The crowd erupted with praise. But that day we won the war, we got the victory, and legal segregation was no more.
I know it. We come through any trial. We come through sadness and pain. They said we wouldn't make it. They said we wouldn't be here today. But by His love and by His grace, we've already overcome. We've got the victory. Yes, we got it. Yes, we got it. We got it. The victory. Yes, we got it. Yes, we got it. Hey, oh, you got it. Let me see you wave your hand. If you got it, let me see you do your dance. Yeah. We got it. Yeah. Let me see you wave your hand. And if you got it, let me see you rejoice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got it.
Thurgood! Thurgood! You did it! You did it, Thurgood!
Spotswood, we did. All of us. Carter, Greenberg, the Scotts Motley, all 5 states, all those connected to the suit made it happen. We can't do anything as individuals.
Right, you're right. We did it. Oh, this is a good day. This is a new day of freedom.
If we were born free, how does someone give us our freedom?
You appear pensive. Do you know what you've done for all of the black children in America? Because of you, they now have what has always belonged to them.
That's what scares me. That they don't know.
The children will know. We'll make sure of it.
It's not the children I'm worried about.
Brown reminded everybody that education should be equal. Wait a minute, I'm doing this assignment for you.
No, Dr. Crawford, that is literally what I was saying in today's discussion. Education should be equal, but no one wanted to agree.
Catherine, education should be equal. We all agree, but there were some past and present who did not see the same. And here we are.
So how long did it take for schools to get adjusted to the ruling?
What's today's date?
But it was the law.
But as I said, desegregation was no easy feat. There are still segregated places today. There was strong opposition to Brown.
Look at you. You can't even tell it was ripped.
Thank you. Mama, I don't want to go. I'm scared. They had bottles and trash cans with sticks and rocks in them. They were screaming and spitting at me. I don't want to go.
You're going to be fine. You hear me? God's got you. He's got all of us.
But Mama, I'm scared.
You don't have to be, baby. The marshal's going to be right there with you. They'll be here to drive you to school shortly now. Anybody bother you, tell Miss Rembrandt. She treating you right, ain't she?
Yes, ma'am. She's nice to me, I guess, but...
Listen, one day, this will all be over, and we'll be free to go where we want to. One day, they'll see this instead of this. Go on, they out there. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say I'm loud, say I'm clean, for the whole wide world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart, remove all the bars, oh, that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'll see and agree that every man should be free. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say I'm loud, say I'm clean, for the whole wide world to hear.
Sometimes when the teacher's back was turned, they tear the pages out of your books and hide them. They would spit on you and put gum in your hair and call you names. They did some horrible things.
She must have been afraid.
Oh, very. I mean, I'm just assuming that she was.
They wouldn't say anything to the teacher?
Oh, yes. But that was like telling your foe what your enemy was doing. We had white teachers that refused to teach or help black students. But they weren't all that way. Neither were the students.
19, section 08.
Some of them really cared.
Well, what about the black teachers? They couldn't teach them?
Black teachers? Black teachers were displaced, demoted, and terminated after Brown. Even the principals. You had highly credentialed professionals without jobs. That case, who had impacted the number of black teachers even today?
Wait, so when the black students went to these white schools, their only choice was to not have black teachers that wanted to teach them, Or be in a classroom with white teachers who didn't want to teach them?
Well, as I said, there were, white teachers that were willing to teach our children. In the Ruby Bridges case, they flew her teacher all the way from Boston. But you're right, there were not enough teachers and not enough students.
You should be ashamed that nothing's really changed. And it's your ignorance that won't give me a chance. Is it the color of my skin that you won't listen? And after all this time, you still won't change your mind. And you should be ashamed.
What happened to the students?
Well, one by one, the parents' lesson was disrupted by angry parents coming to the school to get their students. Oh, they could be one or two or maybe no students in the class. You see these 4 girls here?
The New Orleans 4, right?
The New Orleans 4, they left them in a classroom alone for a year and a half. Schools were shutting down their doors to keep from teaching black students. Oh, all I can remember is that they were only 6 years old. But God uses ordinary people to do extraordinary things.
I couldn't imagine being a little girl walking through all those people. I mean, to see their struggle.
What more will it take for you to realize your mistake? You've got it all wrong, and you've been wrong all along. Just look at where we are. Look at where we are. We haven't healed one scar. And after all this time, you still won't change your mind. And you should be ashamed.
But without struggle, there is no progress. We see the struggles of James Meredith when he tried to integrate Ole Miss, and his governor installed himself as the registrar to block his admission.
Wow.
We see the struggles of the Little Rock Nine. I can see Minnie Jean and Elizabeth walking through those crowds, escorted by marshals, because their governor called out the National Guard to block their admission. And then there was the University of Alabama. This list goes on and on.
Hey, you should be ashamed for taking what they say and just taking them at their word. And you're causing so much hate. You don't know me. And you don't want to see that we are more the same. But you don't want to know my name. And you should be ashamed. After all this time, you still won't change your mind. and you should be ashamed.
Hearing all of these things that cause the need for Brown makes me sad. Sorry, I got nothing else.
Well, I can take sad. But Brown versus Board of Education was a celebration. It changed the world. It brought a divided country together in so many ways.
Well, Dr. Crawford, with the changes to affirmative action, do you think that all the people that fought to make Brown happen would feel as though it's all in vain?
Oh, absolutely not. Our job was to inch towards the goal. I got that from one of his speeches I used to play in class. He said,
"Stop talking about how far we've come. Start talking about how close we are." I repeatedly tell young people, be patient. Things will get better. You're better off than before. The thing that gets me now is not only telling me that that's what you told my father, they say. That's what you told my grandfather, and things are no better for me. It's admitted in the Times, the New York Times reports, or the Time magazine. There was a recent survey that showed that racism is broader and stronger than before. We're not gaining ground, my friends. We might be losing. But one thing I am sure of, this is no time to stop. All of us have a job. And one thing, we can't do it as an individual. We can't do it in small groups. We've got to have one thing in mind. And I'm closing with what I've been saying for the last 50 or 60 years. I don't care about the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence or all of the books together. It's not that important. What is important is a goal towards which we are moving. A goal that is the basis of true democracy. Over and above the law. And something that won't happen, but we must pray for it and work for it. And that goal is very simple. That goal is that if a child, a Negro child, is born to a black mother in a state like Mississippi or any state like that, born to the dumbest, poorest sharecropper, by merely drawing its first breath is in a democracy. That therewith and without is born with the exact same rights as a similar child born to a white person in the wealthiest people in the United States. It's not true. No, it's not true. Of course it's not true. But I challenge anyone to take the position that is not the goal that we should be shooting
for. He said proudly.
Stop talking about how far we've come and start talking about how close we are.
I get it.
Excuse me?
I get it. I get why they were so angry with me for the things that I said.
They were not angry.
They were. And they should have been. I was so busy trying to prove that I did it all on my own that I guess I forgot that equal isn't always equal.
Have you ever seen the picture of equality versus equity? It was a picture of some children looking over a fence at a baseball game. Well, all these children were of different heights. So, to be equal, they all got the same size box. Equal, right?
Yeah.
But still, some of them couldn't see. So then you have to bring about equity. And in equity, they all get a different size box because equity recognizes that everybody comes from different situations. And then you bring in what is needed to bring equality. I gave you all this assignment so that you would see the true equity in the educational system. You're all right. And the conversation isn't over. It was before Brown, after Brown, and now this case and that conversation will continue until we're all on the right size box. Catherine, equality isn't equal for everybody. Well, I've got to go to my next class, but I'm sorry that you were uncomfortable with today's class. It was not my intention.
I mean, I know I mentioned I had some questions earlier, but I think you answered them all.
Tricking me into doing your assignment.
Dr. Crawford,
Yes.
were you one of those girls?
Yes.
Thank you.
For
your courageous steps.
Oh, Catherine. Brown changed the world. Now the world is waiting on you to remove that fence. Okay, well, oh, wait a minute. I gotta hurry up so I can get a jump on that press, but I want to make sure they get my good side. See you Friday.
See you Friday, Dr. Crawford. When we all learn together, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all seek justice, we'll stand hand in hand in unity.
All right, students, listen up. It's time for roll call. Now, please raise your hand so I can associate a name with the face. Let's see here. Cicely Lewis. Carrie White. Deborah Nettles. Ellsworth White. Elizabeth Smith. Andrew Kennedy. K. Francis Gunn. All right. Let's see. Also, Linda. Listen, Linda. Linda. She's in here. Linda. Maybe. Linda Florence. There you are. Joan Anderson. There you are. Adrian J. Bennett. I knew I saw you. Victoria Lawson. There you are. Nathaniel Briggs. My good sir. This one sounds honorable. William Campbell. Joan Johns. Oh, this one sounds like she's gonna be a doctor. Cheryl Brown. Dwayne Fleming. James Meredith. Deborah Richardson. Ruby Bridges. Leona Tate. And Minnie Jean Brown. Then you stood side by side with the Marshalls. But today, you stand side by side with the world that you changed through your courageous steps. On this night, the National Center for Civil and Human Rights and all of us that are here would like to salute you for bridging the divide for equality. Yes, yes, yes. It is because of all of you that we can all learn together. When we all learn together, what a day of rejoicing that will be when we all see justice. We will stand hand in hand for unity. Now grab your book, and take a look. Today your blessing is in this lesson. Oh, what a day! We all can say that unity for you and me is here to stay. When we all, what a day of rejoicing. When we all, we will sing. Yeah, onward to the Christ before us. Open doors that don't divide us. Our liberty is marching strong. Together we are now learning strong. When we all, what a day. When we all, we will stand. When we all, what a day, yeah. When we are
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats for the second half of our Power to Inspire presentation that will start momentarily.